athletes just getting ready for our last 5,000 metre race. Here is the lineup for the 6th and final outing over 5,000 metres. This is a really, really class field. Watch out for the two Danes. We've seen Lasse Hansen already in the 1,500 metres.
Introducing our competitors, representing Special Olympics Canada, Maxime Duguay.
Maxime Duguay. His dad is a volunteer. He comes from Quebec.
Representing Special Olympics
down the line,
Denmark, Nikolaj
Mortensen took a bronze in the half marathon in his category with 1:35, so he's a good runner.
Representing Special Olympics
Amechai
Australia,
silver in the 1,500 for the South Australian. Has he dyed his hair gold? Good work, I think he has.
Representing Special Olympics
Lasse
Denmark,
Hansen, the second Dane in this field. He runs for the Viking Club. Just missed the podium in the 15 with a good time.
Representing Special Olympics South Africa,
Amechai from northwest South Africa. Gold in the 1,500. He's really quick.
Representing Special Olympics Pakistan,
Mohammed of Pakistan. He's also returning tomorrow for the 3,000 metres, and he looks seriously pumped for this 12.5 lap race.
5,000 metres. We're in the start.
One Canadian, two Danes, one Australian, one South African, and one athlete from Pakistan. Our last 5,000 metre race here on the third day of athletics. Two of the runners starting their own watches. Pakistan athletes, Mohammed Zishan has decided to go to the front, with Maxime Duguay now taking over the pacemaking duties. In fact, they're swapping every stride, it would seem. It's now Paul of Australia with that golden haircut who hits the front. Very light on his feet. Look how little upper body movement there is from him. He's as solid as a rock. Must do a lot of good work with his core. Great technique there from the Australian. He got a silver in the 1,500 with 4:27, so he should be feeling relatively comfortable at this pace. Although it is a fairly bold piece of running at the early stages. Fast South African Kamogelo Moncho deciding to close the gap on the Australian. About 75.5, 76 seconds for that first 400 metres. Look at the way Moncho has floated to the front of the race. Lovely and light on his feet as well. Smaller figure than the Australian. In fourth. The two Danes are at the back at the moment, but there's not much to separate this field at the moment. Zishan is third. Two Danes now trying to close that gap in the leading three. South African is pulling the Australian away with him. They've opened up a fair gap. It's Lasse Hansen wearing the headband for Denmark. He's the quicker of the two Danes. His teammate Mortensen maybe finding this sharp pace a little hard to live with in the early stages, bearing in mind he ran 1:25 for the half marathon on Saturday. Good running from these two, and it's fairly consistent pace as well. Moncho's just opening up a metre or two on this metronomic-looking Australian. Still very much in touch. Amechai.
And we're through the first 1,000 metres in this 5,000-metre final.
Borden had to raise money to
special
attend his
South
national
Africa.
championships for the
Leading
Special
through
Olympic
ahead of
Games last
Amechai
year.
of Special
He's
Olympics
shown real
Australia.
dedication to the cause. Hansen is clear in third place. In fact, if the camera angle widens a little bit, you will see that the tall Dane is closing the gap on the lead too. He's running very quickly down the back straight. He's just about to pop into your screen on the right-hand side. There he is. He's really hammering it down the back straight. He obviously isn't comfortable running in no man's land. And bear in mind that Moncho and Borden are not running slowly. It's been a bold move from Hansen to close that gap. He's using up a lot of energy to try and get in touch with the two men in first and second place. His compatriot Mortensen is also running well in fourth as the Pakistan early leader Zijan just starts to go backwards a touch. That's the first two, but Hansen is definitely making an attempt to bridge this gap from third up to second and first. Really enjoyable race unfolding here in the Dubai sunshine. They're two good athletes, the South African and the Australian. Moncho bounding along beautifully down the back straight. He just looks so smooth, doesn't he? But so too does the Australian. We will keep a close eye on how this race unfolds. Meanwhile, we will turn our attention once more to the high